Mr. Michael.
Yes, sir. I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Let's get the ball rolling now. Let's go straight to what we are talking about this afternoon. As you know, we all know that you are former international and you play all through in Belgium. Also, you play in the MPFL, and you also had a stint in Saudi Arabia. So, Christopher Nwosu, tell us what is the way forward in development of football in Nigeria?
Well, actually, I can hear you very well. I can hear you.
All right.
I'm sitting a little bit noisy, so I can hear you very well. Regarding to the sporting aspect of Nigerian football and abroad as well, it has been a stone true. We've been doing what we can, to improve the quality of football in Nigeria, but it has been a little bit difficult because of the kind of administration that we have presently. I hope someday we'll be able to, minister or probably, administer some different issues on how to run the football-minded thing that keeps the world together.
All right, Christopher Nwosu, thank you for that. I would like you to share more light on that because I couldn't hear you earlier. Like I said, tell us what is the way forward? What is the way forward for the development of Nigerian football? As a former player, you've played in the MPFL, former MPL, they call it MPL, then Nigerian Professional League, but right now it is called the MPFL, Nigerian Professional Football League. But then, as a footballer, as an ex-international, tell us the way forward. What are the way forward for Nigerian football to grow? We all know that Nigerian football right now is suffering a lot of rot. So just tell us, what do you think is the way forward for Nigerian football?
My own inputs or my own mindset or probably my own ways of thinking and probably the way to, like you said, the question put it to me. Nigeria still have a long way to go. We need to have a good organizations. We need to have people on a reliable source that can promote the Nigerian soccer because everything, our livelihoods depends on sports. And the only way we can do it is by having a good management. We need to improve our managerial skills, trying to put the right people at the right place. People that have a knowledgeable aspect of how the football is being played and how this football is being organized and how we can improve together, the football that we most love so much. Nigeria have been suffering from this aspect of, setbacks we've been having for the past years in the national team, the junior national team, and probably the female national team too, because of bad administration. My personal input is like looking for the right people at the right time, right places that we can join things together and manage our resources. We need to have improved resources. We need to have a good stadium. We need to have people that have a football minded, that have a sportive minded to run the affairs of Nigerian soccer scene.
Right, thank you very much, Christopher. Also, International, played for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and also back in the 90s. And of course, you cannot say that right now because Julius Becker is not one of the team right now currently playing in the MPFL. But then we hope one day we get to see the likes of Julius Berger back in the MPFL. But then let's move on. Let's talk about other questions for you this afternoon. Yes, like I said, you are an ex-footballer. Tell us what is your take on the mentality of the current players we have in the national team right now, the mentality to their approach to games. You recall back in your days, you guys play for fun. You love to play for your country. Not what we see right now in our national team. the lackadaisical attitude of the players. But right now, we don't get what we saw back then in your days. You guys are ready. You want to, like they will say here in Nigeria, you just want to die for every ball. But then we cannot see that in our national team right now. What is your take on that?
Well, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be during our time, during the time of Christian Chukas and our time. We tried, like I said, we played football with grace, with passion, with the honor to play for your country. But when you look down now too as well, it's not as if maybe the guys are not playing for honors and for their passion of the game they love so much. But I think it has to do with the managerial ways of approach. The way we took them and the way they take it now is quite different. Probably now there are much more money involved in it, and the passion is much less. Too many idols, probably. Too many issues regarding to who is right to play and who is not right to play. So we have so many issues that has to be ironed out before we can get to the top. We need to respect ourselves. We need to love ourselves. We need to love the game that we so much appreciate, or so much the game that we're so much blessed with. We need to know how to manage ourselves with or without the resources. We need to know how to improve the quality of our games. Most of the players are playing abroad right now, but the approach in a club side and approach in national team is quite different. This dedication we're talking about now. Nigerians, so-called players, now to be dedicated in playing the game they love so much. It's not by the merit. It's not because they have playing in big comps and big teams. But it's a merit. Having the grace to wear the national color. I think that's basically where the problem is lying at the moment. I think they're taking it for granted that Nigerian national team is for of 250 million people or citizens. You need to know how to be able to defend when it comes to this sport that we love so much, because sports have brought Nigeria so many places, so many recognition all over the world. But we need to do more than what we just get at this moment. And the only way we can do is we try as much as we can to also improve on the grassroots football. That's where the basics are lacking now. When we have our administration that focus on the youth level, probably it's going to help also to grow up, to groom some beautiful players that knows, okay, this is how this game was played. When you look at the time of Christian Chuku, when you look at the time of Christian Chuku, Shogun Odegbami, and all those guys that we admired during their times, our fathers that we admire so much. But when we look at it now, it's a different ball game entirely. It's a different ball game entirely. But we need to do more than that. I don't know how I'm going to classify it. I don't know how I'm going to put it, but we need to do more than what we're doing at this moment.
All right, thank you very much, Christopher Nwosu, ex-international. I play for Julius Baja, and of course, I play for St. Trudent in Germany, in Belgium rather, one of the team you played for during your career, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, let's move forward. You talked about grassroots football. Yes, that is where I'll be drawing my next question. All right, we all know that grassroots football is not what it is in Nigeria right now. We are not focusing on the grassroots football. And back in your days, you started from the grassroots, and right now, we are not focusing in that particular aspect. We just want to bring them from Europe or down to Nigeria and play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. If you are playing for one obscure club in Europe, they want to bring you down to the Super Eagles. But in your days, coaches back then to go into the nook and cranny of Nigeria to get a top-notch player. You mentioned the likes of Christian Chuku, fantastic defender when he was playing. Also, the likes of the later Keshi also. These are guys that came from the grassroots. But right now, what do you think that Nigeria needs to do to go back to grassroots football and harness a great talent from that particular one?
We need to go back to the drawing board to know where is our needs. What are the important things that we need to improve our football and to improve sport actually in Africa? I know football is one of the most dynamic ways of improving sport and improving our, our knowledge and our education. And in every aspect, sport is very, very important. When we go back to the drawing board, we will understand that most countries in the world, they are putting a lot of effort, a lot of investment, a lot of building good stadiums, a lot of building, having good accommodations where we can able to accommodate, where we can able to, grow up these kids and, give them the basics, what they need, and, to be able to bring the best out of them. When you compare it here in Europe, we have been staying for many years, and you see how most of the clubs are trying to improve on their youth level. And when we look at a country like Nigeria, where we have the financial competence, to make it different. But yeah, we have some corruptions that have drawn the country backwards into the level of a sham. That sometimes, when we look at it now, presently, apart from the talent that individual has, we are not able to put it collectively together to bring success to the country. During our time, like you said, we play with passion, we play with determination, because to wear the national color is a different entity entirely. Individual that because you play in a big team in abroad, you think, okay, that's just how it is. You must have the passion, you must have the drive of trying to represent the country, But Nigeria as out of this moment, they are not doing that. So I think because of the bad management, probably, I guess, because of the corruption, I guess, because of the way things, the lack of interest among the youths or in the youth level, the big boys are not willing to assist in any way. So it has brought a lot of demoralization and demoralized most of the kids. They don't want to play. We don't have a good accommodation. We don't have good stadium. We don't have practicing pitches where guys can play football. We don't have sponsors. So we are lacking in so many areas. And in these areas, we need to rejuvenate, bring out all those big guys that have the money, that have the potential to invest in Nigerian soccer, invest in Nigerian sports, at least to improve, the ability of every kid in that country to be able to have a way to do something for themselves. Other countries have achieved so much on sport. They have achieved so much in football because of investments. But why are our country lacking? That I don't know. I cannot describe really, because Nigeria is rich enough, to have the same kind of amenities most of the foreign countries are having. But it's a shame that at this present time, 21st century, we're still lacking that much in terms of sport and in terms of facilities and stuff like that. Lack of maintenance in what we have. No really, no pride in what we enjoy so much. It's all about individual success. It's not more about collective success, it's about individual success. So we need to change drastically on that aspect. Corruption has to be eliminated. We need to find good sponsors. We need to find businessmen that knows about sports and put them in the right places that they can nurture and try to raise the kids to the next level of of success in football in Nigeria.
All right, Christopher, thank you very much. Let's move on. Yes, we still have a few questions for you before we go this afternoon. Let's move further to talk about foreign players right now coming into the camp of the Super Eagles. We all know it is no longer that we've enjoyed a lot of influx from Europe. Yes, I'm talking about the likes of Troost Ekong, the likes of Alexander Iwobi, a lot brings to the table. But then you have any concern for this particular development? We don't have players from the local league anymore from the MPFL, we now have a foreign player come down to the Super Eagles and dominate everything right now. Do you have any concern for that new development in the Super Eagles?
Yes, I have a big concern. Because every successful country starts from the home basis, from the home base before leaving the country and joining the clubs abroad. I think where we messed up the whole thing is our administration, football administration, administrative aspect have messed up so much. They missed so much in the sense that they allow these young guys, these young mates, let's move them to abroad, and they get successful. And then how do you approach them? How do you combine both the home base and the international players? Because everyone has to start from somewhere. And basically, they neglected the aspect of the Nigerian football league, by awkward sponsorship and not improving in the qualities of of their well-being and stuff like that. So it brings a kind of a detection of the aspect on the level of football in Nigeria. I felt very bad for what Brazil playing today. They have both the home base players and have both the foreign players. It's an opportunity to have foreign players that come back home to play for the nation. But we shouldn't, base everything on foreign players, because the manner of approach is quite different from the home base players. Home base players are more dedicated. They are more how I say, they are more pushed. They are more they're more, eager to achieve something. Foreign players, they already achieve what they want to achieve in their foreign clubs. So the dedication is not the same, So I think our problem lies on the administration. The administration has to find a way to level both the home-based players and the professional players, so they can be able to meet up on the demands of trying to improve the football in Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much, Christopher Nwosu. Still on our interview, and of course, our questions are still waiting for you this afternoon. And let's talk about this one. Yes, this one has to do with your personal experience while you are playing for Nigeria. Tell us the best moment, your memorable moment for the Super Eagles of Nigeria while you are playing back here in Nigeria.
Well, I have a lot of memories, in that country. But I'm still blessed to be a Nigerian, and I love the country, Nigeria. I pray someday that things can come back to normal. The corruption level must be, must be stopped. Really, because Nigeria is, when you talk about Nigeria, now it's not talking about corruption. You're talking about, about all the things, the atrocities that have been committed in that country. It's painful. It's painful. Actually, it's very painful. But we cannot exempt ourselves from not being part of it. During our time, it's like, we play with, like I said, we play with passion. We're delighted to play to wear the national color. Even the clubs, when we play for the clubs as well, it's something that you dedicate yourself to want to do. It's an opportunity. And that opportunity came, we grabbed the opportunity, we tried to exhibit something out of it. We enjoyed doing what we did at that time. We enjoyed playing for Nigeria at that particular time. Everything we did for Nigeria, we dedicated ourselves to, because it's an opportunity to be one among the millions to represent the country, So we really enjoyed our time. And most of the movements that I had in my time with Jos Vega, in my time with Famous Scorpion, my time of Post Bank, Niger March, even the University of Ibadan workers team that I started with, all the moment that I had with them in my youth time, I enjoyed every moment of it. And I'm grateful, very, very grateful and honored to my parents for giving me the opportunity. Though it wasn't that easy, but I will always be, be thankful to my father, that helped me as well. I'll be thankful to my God that protected me, that helped me. And of course, my teammates. Without them, there can never be Christopher Nwosu. It's a unified thing, playing both local and international. We need each other to be able to grow at that particular period. And we did. We bless God for the chances and the grace that we had that particular period. We enjoyed playing football. It's our passion. It's our passion. Now we the things that we were able to achieve. We say we thank God about it. Thank God to it.
All right, Christopher Nwosu, away from your memorable moment to play for Nigeria, let's talk about Nigeria, Ghana. Yes, the first leg will be in Kumasi in this month. Yes, this month, and we know that is the biggest match Nigerians are waiting for right now. We definitely want to qualify for the World Cup. Yes, the Mundial in this year also. So let's talk about that on Nigeria, Ghana. What must the Super Eagles do to qualify for the World Cup in Qatar?
It's going to be Nigerian national Super Eagles must do more than what they've been doing in the past if they really want to qualify. We shouldn't take Ghana for granted. We know Ghana have not been too successful in the last few years, but Nigeria has been trying in a ways, to make things equal, to make things balanced. But at the same time, it's going to be different. This game is going to be exceptional, different, and Nigeria must take it with everything in their hands, all the capability, what it says, to take Nigeria to because we need this is our time, this is our moment of African nation. We need to show to the world that we have arrived. And the way they can do it is they have to be determined. They must be dedicated. They must have one goal is to achieve that ticket to the World Cup in Qatar. I believe the coach, our Nigerian coach, Austin and his crew will do all the best they can. Yeah, do all they can to keep them together, good health, and motivated. They must be motivated to achieve that success. Nigeria needs it. We need to have a breakthrough out of this tournament, and we need to dedicate ourselves, to be successful in this huge tournament that's going to happen in Qatar.
Right, what you are saying in a nutshell is that the Super Eagles need to be dedicated to win against their counterparts, talking about Ghana.
Yeah. We need to push Ghana. We need to push Ghana to the limits. We need to push them off the rock because with a tic-tac, football, they want to come to show Nigeria that they're better than Nigeria. So it's time for Nigeria to make it different, to push them back. Ghana shouldn't be competing with Nigeria. Nigeria should be a country to be reckoned with in any international soccer scene. So it's our time now. So we shouldn't take it lightly. We should take it with both hands, as solid as we can, to be able to make it different. It's going to be two-leg ties.
Yes,
but Nigeria must be strong enough to be able to build to come out of the game successfully.
That is the bids for the Nigerian team are coming from an ex-international Christopher Nwosu himself. Played for Julius Berger and of course Force Banker in Belgium, also played for St. Trudent. All right, let's talk about your stay in Belgium. You played most of your club football career in Belgium. Played for St. Trudent, and I think Bershot also. I'm not sure if I get the right pronunciation, but then I played for lots of clubs in Belgium. But tell us, were there any other team calling for you who wants to sign you while you are playing your football in Belgium with all of these St. Trudent and the likes also? Is there no other club calling for you, maybe from Germany, England, Spain? Tell us about that.
No, I had some few moves. I had some few moves to United States, but it wasn't successful actually. I did try to move back to Canada. I went to Canada as well, but it didn't come out successful as well. So it didn't come out successful as well. I went to United Arab Emirates, as well, but keep going and keep coming back, But it's unfortunate that my career ended up in Belgium. It wasn't my intention. It wasn't my intention, but that's how the nature of soccer brought me so far. But I'm grateful for the opportunity that I have. I can't change this. I can't change the tactics. I can't change the system. But it came, and my career went. How I say it, 60% of my talent was achieved. I'm not going to say 100%. 60% of my talent was achieved. But I think basically it has to do with the Nigerian as well too. But for the least opportunity that I have, I'm grateful that I had a chance. I'm grateful that I had a chance.
All right, thank you very much. Still moving on. Yes, still moving on. Still talking about the questions also. Yes, let's talk about the Spikers. Back to the Spikers of Nigeria. Looking at the current team right now, it has been reported that Kelechi Iheanacho, sorry, did I just say Kelechi Iheanacho? Wilfred will not be featuring for that big clash against Ghana. Don't you think Nigeria will meet the grit and the panache of that young man who plays football in Leicester City in England?
Kelechi has been has been performing very well for his club. And I believe he has also been participating in Nigerian Super Eagles as well too. But we expected more from them. We expected more from him. We expect more from Iwobi. We expect. Putting it all together. We expect a lot from them with the experience they have in a club side. They need to. They are now. How I said, experienced players now, exposed to to the widest of their understanding. Now they are able to know how to read the game and to know how to position themselves in tournament when it's tough. But at the same time, they're just a player. They need the coach that will give them the courage. They will give them the motivation. They will tell them, to take the risk when it's necessary. I think we have those agilities there. We have those abilities there in them. But it's up to them, to now exhibit it during their playing time. So, they have a long way to go. Nigeria has a long way to go. I admire the guys. I admire Iheanacho. I admire Iwobi. I admire even Osime, the way he's playing now. Nigeria has talent. There's talent abroad. We have talent, but we need to coordinate them. We need to find a way to coordinate those guys so that they can be able to give us, the best of them. So the best of them can come out. It's not about the money now, but it's just about the pure talent. They need to be able to coordinate the talent and be able to exhibit it in the right way.
Right, thank you very much. Still moving on. Let's talk about more of the Spikers. Yes, you mentioned the likes of Kelechi Iheanacho, Iwobi, Victor Osimhen. Which of these guys would you pay for to just watch and enjoy his game? Which of them? I mentioned one player you really fancy in the Super Eagles of Nigeria currently in this situation right now. We have a lot of them playing in Europe, likes of Victor Osimhen, Napoli, Iheanacho. We have Ogenekaro Etebo also, who is not fully fit right now, just coming back from injury. The last time he played, just a 7-minute cameo in that one. But then, like I said, which of these guys you would watch and you love to see anytime, any day, you pay for to see anytime, any day?
I think the way if Osimhen, if he continue playing the way he's playing now, I think he's a player that we're going to enjoy for a longer time. Iwobi is a player too that we still have. There's a lot of potentials in him. We have a striker like Awoni playing in Union Berlin. We have
in Germany.
Union Berlin in Germany. We have this player playing in Salzburg in Austria. Like the young Nigerian player, Salzburg, Austria. It's playing very well. But I hope they can be able to call them to the national team. We have players. Too many of them. But the most important thing is like trying to coordinate them. He's trying to coordinate them and trying to put them in the right place, and call the right players that can give us the right. We need there are a lot of them. there are a lot of them. I don't, we cannot start. We don't have the number 1 to number 50. We have too many talented players playing on Nigerians' names playing abroad. So we need to have the coaches need to be alert. They have to be sensible. They need to know what they need at that particular time, at that particular games, to invite them home. And also the willingness of the boys to play for the country. It's a willingness of the boys to play for the country. It's not just inviting them because the Nigerians playing abroad, but it's a willingness, determination to go and play for their country. That's all that we need.
Right, thank you very much. As we prepare to let you go, let me ask you one more question, one or two. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Christopher? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, Christopher?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Sorry, I was on phone. Nobody. I just did on this Zoom spot link.
Clearly. Yes, I can hear you. Christopher, are you there? Can you hear me?
I will call your colleague.
Can you hear me now? Welcome back. Let's go to our last answer. Let's talk about yourself. What are you doing presently? Are you into coaching? You are into football administration? Just tell us what you are doing currently right now, for the Nigerians to know what Christopher is involved in right now.
What I'm doing at the moment is quite how I say. I have two things I'm doing at the moment. I have a company where I'm working with. I'm working in the company actually, and at the same time, I'm also into this agent managementarian aspect. I have some few colleagues that we're trying to see how we can able to gather some Nigerian players and bring them abroad. It has not been easy, but those are the things that we get ourselves, acquaintance with lately. I have someone like a friend of mine, Exodus. He's been part of our football organization. I have Mr. Tony Nwosu. We have a few of them like that we connected. I'm in Europe here, trying to see how we can be able to bring young talented players, to the football world in Europe. So that's basically all that I've been doing. I also have my coaching diploma, on a youth level. So I'm just covered up a little bit, trying to see what we can do to be able to sustain ourselves, sustain as a human being on this earth. That's not been easy, but we're trying. to make both ends meet, actually.
Right. Thank you very much for letting us into that, Christopher Nwosu, ex-Nigerian international. All right. Finally, as we go, what is your advice to youth playing football in Nigeria? Those who are aspiring to be a footballer, who want to go outside Europe and play football. What is your advice to them?
My pure advice on the youth soccer players in Nigeria is not all aims must be pushed towards playing abroad. Try to get yourself. Your education is very important in Africa. Education is very important in Africa. One. Secondly, trying to play for local league in Nigeria, and then where you get recognized or you get a kind of a contact in Nigeria, and probably have a push over to Europe. Then it makes it more interesting. Makes it much more interesting, because right now, all African players cannot play in Europe because of the restrictions of European Soccer Federation. But one thing we need to do is improve our own soccer in Africa.
Only
It will bring closeness. It will bring closeness and a lot of opportunities with African with young youth players in Nigeria, actually. Because Europe knows what it is now to have African players abroad, and we don't need to be exploit any further than the way we have been exploited in the past. We have the abilities, we have the resources. If we can keep our resources intact and improve our quality of soccer in Nigeria, I think many home based or many foreign players will be willing to come back home to play football in Nigeria. That's my own observation. It's not we selling ourselves to the foreign clubs, and the foreign clubs are just making use of our talents without improving our own qualities in our own African country. I think we need to do more than that to improve the quality of life in Africa. So let people have this the stability, the sense and stability of of belonging into a society. It's time we break the ice of this slavery and return back to normality. We need to find a way together to abolish slavery. Selling our young players to the foreign clubs, and at the end, they make them believe that improve their qualities of football in foreign countries, which are, without we reaching out to ourselves in Nigeria, trying to make the best of the abilities that we have in our country. So we need to try as much as we can together to abolish that football slavery in an African country, especially in our country, Nigeria.
Right. Thank you very much, Christopher Nwosu, for joining us on the Football Hangout. Thank you very, very much. We really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you guys. I so much enjoyed talking to you guys. I believe that we'll be, when time comes, we'll be able to see each other face to face, and on in the studio as well. At least exchange and communicate more better. Speaking on a voice like this, sometimes it shows a kind of But anyway, at the same time, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for inviting me as well. I appreciate you all.
All right. Thank you very much, Christopher Nwosu, ex-international, for the Super Eagles. Of course, played in Nigeria before moving down to Europe. So talking about one of the best in back then, Julius Baja, and of course, banker. All right. Thank you very much, Christopher Nwosu. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys are welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you for having me as well. Bye.